Hey guys, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I made this beautiful boho pendant necklace using the bargain bead box Rainforest Relics collection for July of 2026. I just took 4 of these round dyed heated beads and I hand sewed them with the little olivine, not olivine, I'm sorry. I'm getting confused here because I have so many videos going on right now. What is this called? Oh, I can't remember. Okay. Fancy. Wait a minute here. Vitriol. Okay. The vitriol. Crystal English cut round beads in green vitriol. Okay. I'm getting confused here with everything. So all I did was take 4 of them and I sewed them into a round circle with one of those tiny seed beads, which I will show you in the video. And then I ended up putting one on each side of the hole to make it kind of like a little round bead. So that way it just gave it a little more interest to the necklace. Then I added a tiny little charm and I used up some of the turquoise man-made rondelle beads, and then I had some spacers from one of the last I don't know how many boxes ago, the 5x2 rondelle spacer beads in silver, because I changed this up. I didn't use antique browns with this. I wanted to do something with some silver just for something different. So yeah, so if you want to learn how to make this, then stay tuned. Okay, so I'm starting, I pulled out of my stash from Bargain Bead Box, the 5.2 millimeter rondelle spacer beads. I still had a lot of these left, so I did those. I did the man-made synthetic turquoise rondelle beads, and then I went again, like I did with that ultimate boho necklace, the 11 seed beads in turquoise. And I didn't use these orange ones. I'm going to move these aside. I have so many little projects going on right now. And let me see. Then I took the crystal English cut round beads in green vitriol and I made them into little beads. So all I did was I sewed 4 of them around like that, and then sewed one on that and one side that hole and one on that side hole with some of these little turquoise seed beads in between. So this, and then I made this tiny little charm for at the end. Oh, I have to get out a couple round jump rings. Let me get those and I'll show you the rest of the stuff that I've got then. Put this one away. Okay, so I have 21 inches of this beaded wire, and then I used this to make these little beads right here. I like the beaded wildfire. I know a lot of people like the other one, but it's so slippery for me that I have trouble working with it. But you have to do what works for you, because you know, as jewelry artists, we all have our things that we like and don't like. So, you know, I just ended up liking this one more. And I have 21 inches of this wire. So this is, let me move this aside. So this is where I'm at so far. I pretty much did half of the necklace here. Oh, and then I took 4 of the round agate dyed beads and I made a little pendant out of it, and I took one of the vitriol beads, and then I just took those turquoise beads and I kind of made like a little cross in there. So yeah, so I just did the same pattern. Make sure this is all in. Yeah, so I just did the same pattern, and I just did a round bead, then one of these beads, a round bead, then two blue, a spacer, two blue, and then I just kept doing it. Then when I got to this side, I ended up doing a little pattern because I didn't want to do these beads all the way up there. I like, as the necklace goes up, it gets a little thinner in the beads. I don't always do that, like, you know, it's just a preference for me. So then I did 3 sections. There's 3 of the man-made Rondell beads. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 with a silver spacer bead in between each one. So this matches perfectly for one side of the necklace. So to make it easier on me, because I'm left-handed, I'm going to turn this around so you won't be able to see this. Well, I could turn it like that so you could see it. So I'm going to, let me get this in space. Okay, so I'm going to make this side of the necklace now. So, and when I do, so I did the round bead, and then when I go to put this on, I try and find where there's like a little bit of congestion of, what do you call it, of the string, so that it will go kind of in the middle like that. And then I will do another round bead like that. And then, and just a little trick that I do is I take my my cutters, and I put those flush side down and cut that. Okay, so now I'm gonna do, because these have really tiny holes, but I like when my necklaces have a few little small beads in them like this. I think it makes them look a little more detailed. You know, even if you only have a few, it just, yeah, so we have that. Let me get these out. And then we have one of the spacer beads, and I made sure that the seed beads didn't go inside the spacer bead, because then that doesn't look good either. 1, 2, hold on 1 second, there we go. Okay, so there we have right there. And then we're gonna do another red or orange like that. So now we are right here. I know this is upside down. Now we are right there. So now I'm gonna go again, like I said, where there's some gathering of some string, because I feel like, I don't know, because they don't have a hole to go into. Let me see here. Okay. Okay. There we go. No, I don't like the way that's laying. Yeah, I should have put a bead going down the middle of it, and I didn't. That's kind of my fault, but I usually don't have problems with these beads. With these kind of, let me see if that one works. Okay, that one works. Okay, so let me see here. I want to make sure that I do the same. This one's a little bit lighter, so I want to do that same one a little bit lighter. So we're doing 1. And we're doing 2. I don't know if you can hear that fan. And another spacer bead. And there 1. And 2. Okay, So now I'm going to use one that's a little lighter, like it is on the other side. Okay, so we are on the third one now. I'm going to go through here. Let me see here. There we go. That one worked a little better. There we go. Okay. We go doing that. And then we're going to do another. These look like carnelians. We're doing one. Two. And it's a piece of bead. This. Oh, and this. Want to make sure you don't have more than that. Okay. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So, I'm just kind of holding this up. Got one more to go. Okay. We're going to put this last one on. And then we're going to do, let me make sure this is in. Okay, then we're going to do 2 more of these. This. And then 1, 2. And then the spacer, and then 1 and 2. And then this. Okay. So let me hold this up now. Yes. Okay. So now it's just a matter of adding these on. So we're going to do, we start with the silver one, and then we do 3 of each. So 1, 2, 3. So that is 1 silver, so this is 2. 1, 2, 3. And 3. 1, 2, 3. And 4. 1, 2, 3. 5, 2, 3. 6, and then 1, 2, and 3, and then this is 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we need some more of these. Like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. This is 8. 9. And 1, 2, 3, 10. Okay. Let me hold this up. I just want to make sure everything is even, and it is. And so I want to okay. So let me turn this around like this. Okay. So we're going to start on this side. And I have a different way of attaching. If you're new to my channel, I have a different way of attaching, doing my crimp bead. Now I have a bigger, these are bigger crimp beads. These aren't those tiny little round ones. These are bigger ones. So I put the clamshell cover on and I go down about an inch, maybe. This is an inch. That's a hairdresser inch. And I take the crimp bead and I try and get it in the middle and I flatten it like that. Then I yank on that to make sure it's not, it doesn't go through. Then I take this, where's the hole? Here's the hole. And I go down and I'll pull on it. And then I make sure that it's, I don't know if you can see that it's flat right there, so it's the same way as that. And then I will squeeze this tight a little bit just to make sure. Then I will use, you know what, I didn't use enough wire like I normally do. Then I do like, if possible, to feed all of my beads through the wire. Because I sell my jewelry and I like, I don't know, I just feel like it's a little more of an insurance policy so that it doesn't snap and break. You know, when people cut it right there at the thing, that works for them. I get nervous that, I don't know, it's not gonna last or something. Okay, so then I pull that all the way down. And then I have this up like this, and now I made sure there's no spaces inside of here, and then I will take the other clamshell cover, and this is the side where you have to make sure everything fits in right. So we have the clamshell cover, and then I grab this. Okay, now for this one, you want the crimp bead to go all the way down into that. Now you make sure there's no gaps in there. Then I will put my pliers in there, and then I will lift it up just a hair and squeeze it shut. Just a hair, because I want to make sure that there's a little bit of movement in the necklace, but I don't want the wire to show. And then I always take and pull on that and make sure there's no, it doesn't move at all. Then I go down through there, and I will go down just here. It's popping out here. That's good for me. Turn this way and close this. Okay, then I'll open that up. And I'm going to put the little, put my charm on. Let me move these out of the way right away. I had a lot of fun working with this box, and I know I switched up and did some silver with this, but you know what? I mean, it's your box. You can do whatever you want to with it, you know. So right now I have these like this. There we go. I might put a little bit of E6000 on those to hold those in place. I might drop a little bit in with a little toothpick, just so that they don't move around. It's just my little thing there. Okay, so now I have this. So let's take the smaller jump ring. I think that's the opening there. Nope, opening's right here. When you open it, you just twist it open. You don't, what do you call it? You don't put any, you don't open it up like this way. You just go like that so that you can close it up better. Oh, I forgot to put my little charm on. I just made a tiny little charm. Did a little wire wrapping with it. Okay, so we got that. And now we're going to put this one on. There we go. And let me close this. It's so pretty. And this is the second necklace, well, actually the third necklace from the Rainforest Relics collection. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. This is so cute, and I liked adding the silver with these, but you could keep the antique brass. It doesn't matter. Antique bronze, I mean, whichever one you want to use. You could put some copper with it. It's all it's just about what you want to do. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I will leave a link below in the description to my other tutorial of my ultimate bohemian necklace, and then the one that the choker that came with it. And if you're not familiar with Bargain Bead Box, I'll leave my coupon code BNJ2 for $2 off your first box with them as well. And I hope you follow my channel and give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. And I will see you on my next tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.